In the peaceful village of Akwa Udo, there lived a grandmother everyone called Mama Titi. Mama Titi was small, round, and always smiling. But the most famous thing about her was not her cooking. It was her old, stubborn radio. This radio was older than most of the goats in the village. It had an antenna made from a spoon. Yet, somehow, it still worked. Every morning, Mama Titi would sit outside her house, turn the radio, and listen to the news. But one strange market day, the radio spoke before the news started. The radio crackled and said, "Today, someone will fall inside the mud near the well." Mama Titi froze. Eh? Before she could think, a loud scream came from the well. It was Papa Kunle. He had slipped, straight into the mud. The entire village burst into laughter. Mama Titi stared at the radio. "Are you now a prophet?" she whispered. News in a Nigerian village travels faster than internet. By afternoon, everyone knew. Mama Titi's radio can see tomorrow. People began visiting her house. Some came with cola nuts. Some came with bread. One man even brought a live chicken for consultation. The next morning, the radio crackled again. Someone's secret food will be discovered. Mama Titi shook her head. This radio has started again. Later that day, Mama Ngozi, AES husband, found the hidden pot of meat she had been secretly eating alone at night. The whole compound exploded with laughter. Mama Ngozi blamed, "That radio is exposing my private life." Soon, Mama Titi's house looked like a mini-market. People lined up with questions. Will my son marry this year? Will my goat give birth? Will my neighbor finally return my bucket? Mama Titi would shout, "I am not the radio. I only own it." One evening, the radio made its boldest announcement. Tomorrow, a respected person will be caught doing something shameful. The village gasped. Everyone started behaving extra carefully. The chief walked with dignity. The pastor spoke softly. Even the village youth stopped their usual mischief. The next morning, children began laughing near the river. People rushed there. And what did they see? The village chairman, a very serious man, bathing secretly with sponge and bucket because his wife locked him outside after an argument. He tried to hide. Too late. The children had already announced it to the whole village. Even the chairman laughed. "What kind of radio is this?" he asked. One curious boy finally inspected the radio. He noticed something strange. The back was loose. Inside was Mama Titi's old phone playing recorded voice notes from her grandson who visited last week. The grandson had joked around, recording funny predictions for entertainment. The radio wasn't magical. It was just old, confused, and accidentally playing the recordings at random times. The village learns. At first, people felt embarrassed. Then they burst into laughter. Mama Titi laughed the hardest. "So all of you believed my radio is a prophet?" she teased. The elder shook his head and said, "Sometimes people believe what is exciting, even when it is not true." After that day, people gossiped less. They laughed more. And whenever someone spread rumors, the village would say, "Is it Mama Titi's radio that told you?" Everyone would laugh immediately. Not everything that sounds mysterious is magical. Sometimes curiosity plus gossip, embarrassment. And the truth? It always comes out, like sound from a cracked radio. If this story made you laugh and reminded you of village life, follow the page for more funny African village stories with powerful lessons. Subscribe so you don't miss the next story. Drop a comment. If your grandmother's radio could talk, what secret would it expose first?